Good morning, first grade. I hope you're all doing well. Today we are working in skills. This is skills 5 still. So look at your skills 5 workbook or your skills 5 loose leaf papers. We'll let you know when we hit skills 6. But right now we're in skills 5, lesson 21. You will need activity pages 21.1 and 21.2. 21.1 is pages 105 and 106. And today we'll be reading the story, The Big Dig.
The Big Dig. That rhymes, Mrs. Saint.
It sure does.
The Big Dig. All right. Good morning, first grade. Here we go. We're looking at a page today where we have some sentences with 2 choices for each sentence. We know we're okay at the beginning and we know we're okay at the end. There's capital letters and there's punctuation. So we're not editing today. We're just making a choice which one fits. And this helps our fluency with reading. So let's see. We blank the food up the tree. Here's my old lady advice. Always read both choices. Even if you think you already know, there may be a better answer. So let's fill them both in and check it out. We hoisted the food up the tree. Hoisted. Hoisted means to lift. I remember that one from a story. Let's try the second one. We planted the food up the tree. I don't think so. Not up the tree. Maybe close to a tree. So this one, we hoisted the food up the tree. Hoisted. The word is there for me to copy. I hear my O-I and I see and hear my ED, which means it's already happened. Hoisted.
Number 2. I flipped off my blank and went to sleep. I flipped off my letter and went to sleep. How do you flip off a letter, I wonder? I flipped off my lantern and went to sleep. I remember in one of our stories, a lantern gives you light. So I think that would make sense. I flipped off my lantern, L-A-N, lantern, that bossy R, E-R-N. Lantern. I flipped off my lantern and went to sleep.
Okay, number 3. She, capital letter, we're good. She was scratching, stuffing. Ooh, either one could be interesting. She was scratching a large bug bite. That makes sense. Let me check though. She was stuffing a large bug bite. All right, I think we're going to go with scratching. They tried to trick me with both S words and INGs. She was, and I'm copying from down below, scratch, ING. We know that one, don't we, from our phonics stand? She was scratching a large bug bite.
I like this one because I see 2 of my friends' names in here. I have a little Jack and I have a little Kate in my class, so that's kind of fun. Jack made Nan and Kate and... You know what that means? That means the next word has to start with a... Vowel! Jack made Nan and Kate and blank to take them camping. Jack made Nan and Kate and clatter? Does that start with a vowel?
C's a consonant, Mrs. Singh.
We already know that one's wrong, but let's read. Jack made Nan and Kate an offer to take them camping. That sounds right to me.
That makes more sense to me, too.
Off. Oh, look at that. There's a word inside of a word. Offer to take them camping.
Awesome.
That looks great.
While you flip us to the next page, I'm going to review. I liked that. So you told me because you saw A-N instead of just A, that you knew an A-E-I-O or U was going to follow that. All right, gang. We're ready.
This is page.
Here we go. 106. Jack. Oh, we miss you, Jack. Miss Sane has a Jack in her class. Jack had something for the fire. Oh, I hope the answer is marshmallows. Oh, it's an M. Let's see. Too bad. Matches and magic. Jack had matches for the fire. Sounds right. Let's see. Jack had magic for the fire.
Ooh.
That'd be something, but probably not. I'm going to get rid of magic and go with matches. Sometimes we just have our CH. This one has our TCH. Jack had matches for the fire.
Ooh. The blank robbed the stagecoach. That doesn't sound like a kind thing to do.
No,
oh my
ma'am.
goodness. The gents robbed the stagecoach. I know gents is a small word for gentlemen, and I know gentlemen do not rob people.
I hope not.
I don't think they do. The outlaws robbed the stagecoach. That makes more sense. Outlaws mean they're not following the law. They're not being kind. I think it's outlaws. Oh my goodness. This is a compound word.
I like it.
Outlaws.
2 words put together to make a new word.
The outlaws robbed the stagecoach. That's not very kind.
No, ma'am.
Nope.
Let's see if some better things happen. Here we go. Number 7. They nabbed Bart something a long hunt. Uh-oh. Poor Bart. That doesn't sound good. They nabbed Bart after or today a long hunt. They nabbed Bart after a long hunt. Unfortunately, that sounds correct. Poor Bart. They nabbed Bart today a long hunt. That doesn't work. I like the word today because we practice DAY, but after fits better in that sentence. Number 8.
Our final one on this page. In the end, Bart shaped up and was blank with crime. Oh, blank with crime. Oh my goodness, this sounds
Such
intense.
suspense.
In the end, Bart shaped up and was starting with crime. That doesn't sound like you shaped up. Shaped up means you kind of grab your bootstraps and you're okay.
Your bootstraps.
In the
It
end,
doesn't get better than this.
Bart shaped up and was finished with crime.
Yay!
Good Bart. Finished.
Look, I can make a shadow. Good job, Bart.
Finished with crime. Very good. We're happy to hear that, Bart.
Awesome.
I bet your papers look a lot like ours.
I hope so. I hope so. We're going to flip and read a story together. You have this in your reader. You guys know what your reader is. It's your small little reading book that we get together and read when you're here. Today we're going to read it together. If you have it, or if you would like to follow along with the words, remember, reading and reading and reading is what makes us a better reader. So, following along at least and listening, you have the words if you'd like to read out loud. The Big Dig. Here we go. When we went back to the cliff, the Bone Man was there with some helpers. They had scraped the sides of the cliff to expose a lot of the T-Rex. So you will dig out all of the bones here on site? Asked Nan. No, said the Bone Man. The next step will be to carve this cliff into large blocks of rock. Then we will wrap the blocks up in plaster. The plaster will keep the bones from cracking. Then we will use a large crane to set the blocks on trucks. Then the trucks will take them to my lab. Once the blocks are there, we will start digging the bones out of the blocks. Wow, that's a big process. Lots happening, Mrs. Sane. We had all kinds I saw next, then great stuff happening. What's happening now?
What sort of tools do you use for that? Asked Nan. We use tools a lot like the ones dentists use on teeth. Brushes and sharp picks. Kate and I used forks, said Max. How long will it take to carve all of the bones out of the rock? Jack asked. Well, said the bone man, we've got a lot to do. It will take some time because we have to be careful not to wreck the bones. Will you be finished by the end of the summer? I asked. No, said the bone man. You and Max will have to visit next summer and perhaps the summer after that. Then we can catch up on our digging. Progress.
Whoa.
Wow, that sounds like it's taking a long, long, long time.
Not a quick thing, is it? So, said the bone man, have you picked out a name for this T-Rex? Yes, I've picked one, I said. All of the diggers stopped digging and looked at me. I said, this T-Rex will be named Max, or if you like, T-Max. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the big dig. I liked that one. Think about if you had 1 to 5, 1 being not my favorite, 5 being a great book, what would you rate that one? I'd say that would be fun to name a dinosaur. All right, we're gonna fill out a page about the big dig. When we read, it's good to take the time to think about what we've read. So the big dig, this one is page 21.2, and it is the next one behind. Here we go, number 1. In order to get the bones out, the diggers have to, choice number 1, blast a hole into the cliff. Choice number 2, get bigger tools soon. Or number 3, cut the cliff up into large blocks of rock. Okay, let's think back. Oh, Mrs. Sane, wasn't that the page we talked about? There were so many steps they had to do.
It was.
I remember reading that one. I remember in order to get the bones out, the diggers have to cut the cliff up into large blocks of rock. That was neat, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. And the page we found that went on was that second 56. If you can't remember, go back and look for it.
Number 2, how will the plaster keep the bones safe? I remember that it said the plaster will keep the bones safe. I always like to rewrite the question. The plaster will keep the bones safe from, do you remember? It had a cr sound at the beginning and an ing, ing at the end. Very good. Cracking, cracking. And don't forget a period at the end. The plaster will keep the bones safe from cracking. This was also on page 56. You can go ahead and pause this right here if you need, or you can keep trekking along with us. We are going to the next page. This is page 108, and let me find the handy dandy eraser. 108. Page 108. Very good, sweet friends. Number 3. What tools will they use at the lab to get the bones out of the block? I remember it had something to do with dentists and something that they use. Oh, now I remember. They use brushes wasn't it? And sharp picks. To get the bones out of the blocks. Wow, that's a long sentence, but look, friends, all we did was say they use brushes and sharp picks to get the bones out of the blocks. But when we answer it, it's no longer a question, it's an answer, so it needs a big old period at the end. Make sure that yours has a capital letter up front, finger spaces, and a big period. There we go. And then our last question, number 4. What did Kate name the T-Rex? I'm going to write the word Kate. You could write she because that's the pronoun or the other word for Kate. She named it Max. Or Kate named, there's that ED, it Max. Or T.Max. And I remember that was on page 60. You can go ahead and pause it right here. Make sure your page looks an awful lot like mine. And Miss Reich and I will see you next time, sweet friends. Bye!